good evening from wherever you're watching this video from, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're new, my name is Belinda Melvin and this is my channel. By the way, thank you so much for clicking and just watching this particular video. So today we're going to talk about listening and the types of listening, because one of you suggested that I should do like listening a topic on its own, because I've been insisting on the already always listening. And I said sometimes when we require someone to listen to us, normally you might find that people have poor listening skills, and we need to improve on our skills of listening so that if someone needs us to listen to him or her, we will be in a position to actually meet his or her own expectation on matters listening. And that's why I'm here today, to shed light on matters listening. And before I proceed with everything else, maybe I'll start by answering this question: what is listening? So listening is a learned process of receiving, interpreting, recalling, evaluating, and responding to auditory and visual stimuli. So remember, for listening to be listening, it has to undergo all those processes: receiving, interpreting, recalling, evaluating, and lastly responding. So under receiving, this particular, it is our stage number 1, yes, but again, you normally have a problem under it, because when receiving that particular information, it might get what do we call them, barriers, such as noise. Pengine ulikuwa unasikiza alafu kuna makelele, noise za gari, nini, so you'll find that it will be difficult for you to understand whatever that is being communicated, so you have to pick zile zenye unaweza grasp, because kelele haikuwa inakuruhusu. Number 2, we have interpreting. This is just self-explanatory. How do you interpret that particular message that it's being passed to you? Number 3, recalling. Under recalling, sasa hapa ndo memory yetu huwa inafanya ile kitu. So we have short-term memory and long-term memory. Short-term memory, as the name suggests, utapata ile information, yes, but it will be able to stay maybe in your brain for a very short period of time. And then long-term memory is where information from short-term memory is transferred to the long-term memory, where it is regarded as significant. On time, stage number 4, we have evaluating, and here you have to make your judgment. Of course, kama utapewa information, lazima you give the judgment. Try to look at the correctness of a particular statement that is being passed across to you. And lastly, responding. So when someone communicates or gives you that particular information, he or she expects a feedback from you. How attentive are you? And that hiyo wingi watu tunafanya. Ukisikiza mtu unaweza sema oh, alas, yes. So statistics show that listening occupies about 45% of our lives, merely because our society is info-centered. Again, many times our brain works in such a way that we'll be able to remember 20% of what we listened to after a day. Sawa? So that's how our brain works. And let's get into the business of the day, the types of listening. Hapa sasa tunataka tujigauge. So as I'll be giving us those types of listening, you also try and see which one do you employ most, and then you drop the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. So listening, you have to know that situations may call for us to employ different types of listening. And listening type number 1 is discriminative, from the word discriminate. Na hii tunakuanga nayo sana. Sana. Si tu story na listening. Discrimination actually iko. Unaanza kusikia sipendi kwenda zile nchi za nini, ama to go to a certain region because they're so discriminative, they're so picky. Yes, from the word discriminate, you just have to understand, you just have to know what it entails. So under discriminative type of listening, it actually influences how we respond to others, when they communicate or when they try to pass information or communication. How do we influence such type of listening? It occurs largely at the receiving stage. in occur at receiving stage. Remember, I've said that receiving stage, we try to get that particular information, but we have some barriers that are trying to hinder us from listening. Na hiyo utapata ni noise. So from the word discriminate, here you try to pick the important information that umeweza ku grasp. Time information is being passed to you, just pick that particular information. I want to give us an example of the professions that employ this type of listening. You have the judges and we also have the mechanics, because they do employ this particular type of listening. So listening type number 2, it's informational listening. And in this particular type of listening, it's where we try to engage with others with the goal of comprehending or retaining particular information. And this basically applies in learning institutions. In that context, it does apply there, whereby you might find like we have news reports and briefs that you're given at work, and will require informational listening in that matter, because students may also require this type of listening in the sense that it is achieved through giving handouts. So from being given that particular handout, you'll be able to get the information that you want to retain from that particular context. Sawa. And then number 3, we have critical listening. Critical. Hii tunakuanga nayo. By the critical thinking. Tunakuanga na critical. Nasikia, you need to be critical with your thinking. So here we are having critical listening, and we listen with the view of analyzing and also evaluating what is being presented. Remember, at the stages of listening, we also have evaluation, where you have to make judgments. So under this particular type of listening, it's also up to you to listen critically. That way you'll be able to analyze and to evaluate, and after you have evaluated, you may accept whatever that is being presented to you. You either accept, you either reject, or you either withhold that particular information until more information is given to you. Sawa. So someone might ask, ni individuals gani wenye wanaweza employ this particular type of listening? We have teachers, tuna wale viongozi wetu wa kidini, na pia tuna akina nani, madaktari wetu. So madaktari, walimu, viongozi wa kidini huwa wana employ this type of listening. And lastly, we have empathetic type of listening. Empathetic, sympathetic. Get the difference. Empathetic is when you feel with the person. Sympathetic,
it's about to go down.
Sympathetic. Hey! Sympathetic is when you feel for that person, like unahurumia mtu. And remember, when we were doing that the previous topic on ways to support individuals dealing with mental health issues, we had mentioned it. We said, kama mtu anahitaji umsikize. Have you ever told someone, usijali, tuko pamoja, we are in this together, we are in this together? So this type of listening employs action here. So you have to differentiate between the two. Empathetic is when you feel, you listen with the aim of feeling with the speaker, and we listen in a manner that indicates we are in solidarity, we are in this together. Different from sympathetic, when unahurumia ule mtu mwenye anajaribu ku explain something for you, you just sympathize with that particular person. And this particular type of listening, it's very difficult to tell if someone is genuine, especially those who are battling with stress. So for you to ensure that at least you show your support to them, it's up to you to tell your speaker and allow them to express themselves how they feel. If it's crying, unamwambia lia venye unataka. Unajua kuna time mimi husemanga hii kulia ni fiti. So unaweza mwambia lia venye unataka. If you want to shout, just shout. Don't fix that particular problem. Yours is just to lend that shoulder to lean on. Kama ni handkerchief, peana handkerchief, mtu apanguze machozi. Kama utalia machozi, ulie makamasi. Just allow those people to express themselves. Avoid fixing problem. Be empathetic. Just someone knowing that we are in this together with you really means a lot. And that is my last type of listening. So as I sum up, you just have to understand that like situations may call for us to use to employ, either we might employ all those types of listening, but some may require you to employ just one type of listening. So it's up to you to look at which type of listening suits you best, and then you're good to go. That's it, guys, for today. Thank you for watching till the end of this video. My target this year is 1,000 subscribers by December, and remember, it's possible with you guys. I really appreciate your support because it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Share your 2 cents in the comment section. Like, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and also share with your friends. Thank you, and I love you right back. Mwah!